Welcome everyone inside the historic Yost Theater. It's that time once again for Get Down MMA. We're back with Get Down 8. Can you believe it? I'm Todd Kennelly along with Rob Abreu, and what another great night of action we have. Some of the returning favorites of Get Down stepping back into the cage tonight.
That's right, a lot of veterans. Rollins, Mobrook, Ivan Lopez, all returning here for battle tonight at the Yost Theater.
And you want to talk about returns? What about one we never thought we would see? That's right, Christian, the Beast Aguilera, taking a fight in our main event tonight. 2 days notice, he's going to step back in the cage, and guess what? Against somebody that he's got a lot of history with in Joshua Jones. They're going to settle it once and for all.
Yeah, Christian knocked out Josh Jones at Get Down 5 in just under 30 seconds. Joshua felt the stoppage was a little early. We thought Christian was moving on to a professional career, and now returns here tonight to settle the score in a grudge match in the rematch tonight.
Well, I got to think Aguilera wants to leave no doubt as well and silence any doubters that he might have had. So now it is time for some action. What a great night it's going to be, and we're going to kick things off with a battle of two good wrestlers, Antonio Mcke Jr. Antonio Mcke, you might know that name, taking on Daniel Flores.
That's right, Antonio Mcke Jr., the son of the legendary MMA fighter Antonio Mcke, taking his last amateur MMA fight before he takes a wrestling scholarship this fall.
And that goes down. We'll be in the cage when we return on Get Down. Welcome back to Get Down 8, and it's time to kick off the action as we take a look at our Tale of the Tape, brought to you by Dollar Loan Center, Don'tBeBroke.com. This battle in the 145-pound division should be an excellent matchup between two outstanding wrestlers. Antonio Mcke Jr., the name might sound familiar. That's because his dad is a veteran fighter that has fought in the likes of the UFC. Now Jr. tries to carve his own path. His opponent on the other side of the cage, Daniel Flores, an excellent wrestler in his own right, a lot of experience on the mat, but he makes his debut inside the Get Down cage here tonight. Always tons of anticipation as we get set for our first fight of the night. There's the bell set for action. Antonio Mcke Jr. in blue, Daniel Flores in red.
Big size discrepancy here, Todd. Mcke 5'8", Flores just 5'4". Throwing the reach advantage to be very difficult for Flores.
Mcke out of Team Body Shop, of course, his dad's gym, so fighting is in his blood. Both these guys, great wrestlers, great high school wrestling backgrounds, and we talked about Antonio Mcke, really a kind of a reversal of what you normally see. MMA fighter, going to go on to become a collegiate wrestler. Usually you see those guys with the college wrestling pedigrees going into MMA.
Yeah, in all sports actually, in professional sports, professional football, basketball, we see guys leaving school to become pro athletes. Here, the opposite, crazy scramble between two quality wrestlers as Mcke ends up on top.
Both guys good on the ground. Round and round they go. Where they stop, only Mcke knows as he starts to tee off with a ground and pound. And he just dropped Flores. Flores hanging on for dear life, and down he goes again.
Finished it off with a backflip. Two beautiful uppercuts by Antonio Mcke off that crazy wrestling scramble. Ended up on top. We see the ground and pound here. The left uppercut pretty much lifted Flores off the floor, and again another huge left uppercut, and that was all it.
Say goodnight, and then from hardcore to parkour, little flip off the cage, getting some style points. We'll be back right after this to make it official. Welcome back. We've caught our breath after that dynamic first round knockout. Here to make it official, Angelo Trinidad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the official decision, 59 seconds into round number 1. Your winner by knockout, A.J. Mcke Jr.
What a victory there by Antonio Mcke Jr. as we're going to take a look back at the action momentarily here with our fight recap brought to you by Dollar Loan Center.
Yeah, two quality wrestlers standing up here, both going through the feeling out process early out in round 1, and then again that tremendous wrestling scramble. Mcke trying to take down Flores. Flores, a quality wrestler, team captain at Villa Park in his senior year, ends up on the bottom, however, and here comes some heavy left hands from Antonio Mcke Jr., raining down the ground and pound, which causes Flores to scramble up, and boom, huge left uppercut as Flores was badly hurt here, and then we see the second left uppercut that finished him off. Not much Flores could do after that.
Yeah, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide for Flores, and then check this out. Caps it off with a backflip. Little showmanship there by Antonio Mcke. an impressive victory, and it's the last we're going to see of Mcke Jr. in the MMA cage for a while. We wish him luck in his college career. Patty's standing by in the back to get a word with the winner.
Hi everyone, I'm here with the winner, Antonio Mcke Jr. How you feeling right now?
Pretty good. It's a good fight. Enjoyed it, so.
It was a good fight to watch. It was kind of a crazy little scramble there in the middle. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing pretty good on our feet. I was trying to keep him away from me. I'm a lot longer than him, so I was trying to keep my distance. I took a shot and overcommitted. He went over the top of me. Next thing I know, we scrambled out. I got on top of him, tripoded up, just gave him one good punch, left over the top. And he was kind of dazed after that, so I kept going, and then he just kept fighting. Next thing I know, I dropped him 3 or 4 times, and then finally I knocked him out. So
yeah, it was definitely an exciting fight to watch. So your record is now 4-0 or 4-1, right? Is that right?
Yes.
So you're training right now with Team Body Shop. Are you continue to train with them?
Correct. That's my dad's gym, so I train with him, all his fighters, and it's kind of like home for me. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much, Antonio. Congratulations.
No problem. Thank you.
When we return, a battle in the 125-pound weight division as two great wrestlers put their skills on display. Randy Sosa takes on Carl Rollins, and it's coming up next on Get Down 8. Welcome back to Get Down 8 as we get set for our second big fight of the night. We take a look at the tail of the tape, brought to you by VersaClimber. Randy Sosa makes his MMA debut tonight in the Get Down cage. He was a phenomenal high school wrestler, but will that be enough for him to pick up a victory tonight? His opponent, Carl Nohea Rollins, the native of Hawaii, erupted onto the scene here at Get Down like a volcano with a round 1 rear naked choke win. Can he keep the momentum going tonight? Let's head to the cage. Great action in our first fight, dynamic knockout. What does our second fight have in store in the 125-pound division? Bell sounds, and here we go. Carl Rollins fighting out of the blue corner. We've seen him before here at Get Down. He takes on Randy Sosa in red.
Yeah, Sosa's first amateur MMA fight. Again, Carl Rollins, last time we saw him out, choking out Joseph Pisano very impressively in the first round.
Yeah, made short work of him. Would love to keep that momentum going and stay undefeated. Nice takedown there by Rollins, by Nohea, the Hawaiian native, now living down in San Clemente, California, who's got him all tied up here, up close to the cage, trying to take the back now.
Very close to securing both hooks here against Randy Sosa. Very impressed by Carl Rollins, able to secure that takedown. Randy Sosa, 4 years varsity at Santa Ana High School, wrestled all 4 years, actually took 4th his senior year.
And you'll recall how he got that victory last time out with the rear naked choke. Looks like he might be well on his way to do it again, getting the hooks in, trying to get control of the back here and maybe try and cinch that choke in if he gets an opportunity.
Very early on in the fight, both fighters not slippery. It's a quality time to lock up a submission. As we see, Sosa escaped. Sosa led his Santa Ana High School team in escapes and takedowns his senior year.
Sure did. Now trying to get the dominant position here is Sosa. Can he turn this thing around? Back to a vertical base after being taken down early on by Rollins, and Rollins looking to secure yet another takedown.
He could get mounted here, Todd. Look, there's an armbar there. And Sosa could turn belly down. Oh, he's out.
Good action back and forth. Back to that incredible scramble we had in our first fight. Now bringing the knees now is Rollins, trying to crash into that midsection of Sosa like the waves on the North Shore of Oahu, trying to take him down again, but this time Sosa able to defend.
Let's see what Sosa can do. He circled off here. Ooh, end of the round.
Back and forth action in our first round. We will return with round 2 right after this on Get Down 8. Back with more action. Round 2, 125-pound weight division battle here. And look at that Superman punch attempt by Rollins, and then quickly tries to change levels to take down Sosa as we start round 2. Your thoughts on the fight so far, Rob?
Well, so far, Carl Rollins, Nohea, is winning this fight. More aggressive, dominating the grappling, pushing Randy Sosa up against the cage. Definitely got the first round for Nohea. He's looking very strong here early on in the second round.
Yeah, in terms of the judges scoring, just controlling the pace of the bout and aggression, so important. But when he's had him down on the ground, hasn't been able to do a whole lot with him yet.
And we see that a lot of time in the amateur fights, you even see in the high levels of the UFC. It's very tempting when you get a guy's back and you're a jiu-jitsu practitioner to rush in and try to secure the choke. What you really do is you try to flatten him out, soften your opponent up with punches, and then sink in the choke.
And now we see here that Rollins has that body lock in. He's got the midsection scissor, trying to get that figure four body lock and continue to go to work, now looking to strike. And again, do you think his game plan here to find that window of opportunity to sink in the rear naked?
Without a doubt. We saw him do it the first time out against Joseph Pisano. Actually locked up that rear naked choke without having the hooks in. But I believe Randy Sosa is going to be a better grappler than Joseph Pisano. So Carl Rollins is going to really have to do something technically superior to lock in this rear naked choke.
And he might be scoring points, but when you think of the energy factor here, and we still have one round to go after this second round, if this fight continues, how much energy is Rollins using trying to secure this submission to no avail thus far?
This is where the first fight he had comes back and plays a huge factor. Had this been his first fight, possibly he could have overused his energy in trying to secure the choke. Here he's staying calm and relaxed. He knows he's winning the fight, so there's no real reason to push too hard here.
Inside 10 seconds now. Impressed with Sosa as well. He's kept his poise. He's hung in there, and he'll make it to round 3, the third and final decisive round, as we return here right after this on Get Down 8. Get Down 8 rages on, third and final round. Is this one going to go the distance? So far, certainly you would have to think that the cage control and the aggression on the side of Rollins, but he eats a shot by Sosa as we start round 3.
A good start to the third round by Sosa. Huge right hand. He's really going to have to do something drastic here. He's going to have to finish Carl Rollins if he hopes to win this fight. Even if he wins this round, he's going to lose the decision.
Yeah, he's really got to finish. You got to think that he's down 2 rounds to none at this point. So sense of urgency now by Randy Sosa, who has opened up this third round with strikes, as Rollins now just stalking his prey, trying to get him down on the mat again to control the pace. Can he secure a takedown?
Been really impressed with Sosa's defense, but he's not been able to manage any offense in this fight. Carl Rollins looks a little tired here. If Randy Sosa can pick up the pace and try to stand this fight back up, he'll have an opportunity to finish the fight.
Well, you talked about Rollins maybe overexerting himself in that second round, looking for the submission. Right now, it looks to me as Sosa is the fresher of the two fighters, trying to pepper him here with some shots on the ground as he works now out of the guard of Rollins.
Rollins' mouth is wide open, was shooting in for a double leg there, pulled guard out of just sheer exhaustion. Randy Sosa's really going to have to turn it up here. He can't just let Carl Rollins control his posture. He's got to break those arms, posture up, and rain down some nasty ground and pound.
And has the makings of a simple choke here as well. He's got the forearm across the throat. He can sink the other arm underneath. Yeah, like you mentioned, really got to posture up here and unload. And if Rollins is breathing heavy when your mouth's open, does that not make you more susceptible to the knockout finish?
Without a doubt, your jaw's hanging down low. I always say open. That's why you want to keep your mouth clenched when you're fighting, mouth closed, so that jaw isn't open to get hit with strikes.
Inside 10 seconds now, a much better round for Sosa, but it might be a case of too little, too late. If he can't finish him in the final seconds, one more big shot for good measure, but will it be enough in the eyes of the judges? We'll find out when we return with our official decision right after this on Get Down 8. Welcome back to Get Down 8. After our first fight saw a first round knockout finish, our second fight went the distance. Rollins and Sosa, your thoughts on how the judges might have seen this one?
I think Carl Rollins has locked up a victory here, but you never know when it goes to the judges. And like we said, pretty much a grappling match with not a lot of damage, so the fight can truly go either way.
Well, we won't have to wait long. Ring announcer Angelo Trinidad in the cage to make it all official. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official decision, all 3 judges scored this fight 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, Carl Rollins.
Carl, no hey, Rollins, a little hang loose there. He's feeling good after another victory as we take a look back now at the fight recap brought to you by VersaClimber.
And it was the takedowns and wrestling of Carl Rollins that dominated this fight. We see the back position here, also secured mount position in the second round there for a minute. Wasn't able to secure a rear naked choke or inflict a lot of damage upon Randy Sosa, but scored points with the dominant grappling. And really, there wasn't much Randy Sosa could amount in terms of offense.
You saw Rollins there trying to come up from underneath, pepper him with some strikes. So again, the control and the aggressiveness in the first 2 rounds really dominated by Rollins, who just stayed on him the entire time, was able to grind him out in those first 2 rounds.
And we see that late in the 3rd round, Rollins tired, trying to secure that final double leg, but ends up pulling guard here. And Randy Sosa finally begins to mount some sorts of offense in this fight.
Now, Sosa had definitely won that 3rd round in my eyes. Was more aggressive with the striking, but with the first 2 rounds, he just dug a hole too deep to climb out of, too little, too late, as we mentioned, and ultimately, despite these strikes at the end here by Sosa, ultimately it was Rollins that picked up the unanimous decision victory.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Carl Nohea Rollins. Carl, it's good to see you back here at the winners area.
Good to see you too.
This is your 2nd win now here at GetDown. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I'm a little tired, I won't lie. My opponent was a tough guy. He knew what to do, so I had a little hard time, but pulled out the win. Now I just got to take a deep breath.
It was definitely one of those fights where we didn't know who was going to win or not. Do you feel like you really won that fight?
I felt like I won just because of the first 2 rounds. The first 2 rounds kind of solidified it. 3rd round, he had me going for a second, so it was a good fight.
Well, you have a ton of people out here supporting you, so many friends and family, I'm assuming. What's next for you? Do you plan to continue fighting amateur?
Yes, ma'am. You know, just keep doing what I got to do, keep chipping away one step at a time and see where it takes me.
Well, maybe next time you'll get a title fight here at GetDown. Is that what you're shooting for?
Hopefully, yes, ma'am. I'd just like to say one thing before we end this real quick. I want to say thank you to my coaches, Adam Watts, Daniel Funaki, everyone at Fight Strong, my family, my mom, my brother Benji. Couldn't have done it without any of them.
Thanks so much, Carl. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Stay with us, fans. The middleweights invade the Get Down cage when we return right here on Get Down 8. Welcome back to Get Down 8, getting set for our 3rd big fight of the night as we take a look at the tail of the tape brought to you by Dollar Loan Center, don'tbebroke.com. Joseph J.O. Jovel makes his MMA debut tonight inside the Get Down cage. Jovel works full-time as a security officer. Can he handcuff a win tonight in his debut? His wife and daughter are in the house, and they're looking on. His opponent, Roberto Moreno, has a record of 1-1. And when it comes to Moreno, don't blink, you might miss something. He has a 9-second knockout victory from Get Down 5, but then turned around and lost via knockout in 31 seconds in Get Down 6. Can he rebound tonight? Let's head to the cage. Back inside the historic Yost Theater, getting set for our 3rd fight of the night, 185-pound division. Roberto Moreno, no stranger to us. He's in the red corner taking on Joseph Jovel, who makes his MMA debut tonight. He's got his family in the house. Does that add pressure to Jovel?
100% it does. Not only is Jovel fighting for the first time in front of all the fans here at the Yost Theater, nothing more. You want to do more as a fighter than make your family members happy. Look him in the eye knowing you won the fight.
Guillotine attempt now by Moreno, trying to get him in his guard.
Doesn't really have it, Todd. Now he's mounted.
He sure is. Jovel tried to go to work, but look at that, pushing off of the cage. Beautiful reversal there by Moreno.
Boy, that was a great job by Moreno, able to stay calm and use the cage to flip the positions. He secures the back.
And Moreno aggressive. You think he wants to avenge that Get Down 6 loss, or what? He is all over Jovel now.
Moreno, the thing about Moreno is he's always going to put on an entertaining fight. His first 2 fights here in Get Down, a total of 40 seconds, absolute brawls. He's here at it again.
And making Jovel carry not only his own body weight, but that of Moreno as well with that rear mount. He's got the hooks in, now perhaps going to try and put him away here by submission. And Jovel's got to feel like he's absolutely in the middle of a hurricane here.
I'm a little bit surprised by Jovel's strategy. I'm not sure if it's because it's his first fight and the nerves got to him, but I talked to him at the weigh-ins. Armbar attempt. He's going belly down. If Moreno can turn, he's out.
Jovel defended that nicely, and now counters with some strikes of his own. And now Jovel trying to secure that body lock, and perhaps a rear naked choke.
Doesn't really have it. I don't know if he's just squeezing and burning his energy there. Look for him to try to transition to the mouth. There he goes.
And that's exactly what he does. But not able to capitalize on that position because the round ends just as he secures that mount. And we'll be back with the 2nd round right after this on Get Down 8. And we're back with round 2. Roberto Moreno, Joseph Jovel, an entertaining first round. Nice submission attempts by Roberto Moreno.
Yeah, Todd, Moreno dominated with the submission attempts. Here he comes standing up. Just brawling like he did against Noah Newberry and Matthew Schrader. Uppercuts.
Just throwing bombs. These two locked up, two big men, and man, Moreno continues to go to work. You got to be careful he doesn't gas himself out here, throwing some windmill punches.
Going for another guillotine. It's tight. If you could put that left elbow down to his hip, he'll have a better chance of finishing, but looks like Jovel's out.
Jovel able to avoid the guillotine, but look out here as Moreno coming over the top, maybe going to try and secure an omoplata, going for that shoulder lock.
If he could sit up here, he'll have a chance. Jovel's got to posture up just like he's doing, try to slip that arm out, but he gets flanned out. This could be it. Looks nasty.
My goodness, look at the way the arm's bent up there. Imagine the pain shooting through the shoulder of Jovel. He taps, and that's going to do it. Impressive submission victory there by Roberto.
Boy, I never would have thought Robert Moreno would be involved in a ground fight. Here comes the omoplata. You see Moreno needs to sit up, put his right arm on the hips of Jovel to finish. Looked like Jovel injured his arm here, right there. See him squinting in pain, and it was all over right about here. Nothing more he can do but to tap out.
Yeah, and then Moreno just folded him up and finished him with submission. You could see that moment where the anguish just etched on the face of Jovel. Impressive victory, but we'll be back to make it official right after this on Get Down 8. Back now with the official announcement. Impressive work there by Moreno. Here's Angelo Trinidad to make it all official.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the official decision, 58 seconds in round number 2. Your winner via submission, Roberto Moreno!
Roberto Moreno bounces back from that knockout loss, improves past the 500 mark. And you see the sportsmanship, great class, as we look back now at the action in our fight recap.
Yeah, here Moreno got taken down, was going for a guillotine, ended up mounted. Very bad position, but used the cage to press off and switch to position, end up on top. That might have changed the way the fight was going there, as he could have been finished in the mount, now throwing down punches, ground and pound early on in round 1.
I love the aggressiveness throughout the entire fight by Moreno, as there he was going for the guillotine. And out of the frying pan and into the fire here for Jovel, who then, as Moreno able to sink in that omoplata.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that Jovel kept taking Moreno down. Told me in the pre-fight interview that he was a striker. Maybe it was the first round jitters, first time out there in the cage. And how about Robert Moreno? We've seen him stand and bang time and time again, now showing off his ground skills. The blue belt under Mike Tomaselli at the Tomaselli Academy, finishing Jovel with the omoplata, the first omoplata we've seen here on Get Down.
You see the way he's got him stacked up there. Jovel, no choice but to tap, sends him on a one-way trip to Tap Town. Impressive victory and great sportsmanship here by Moreno. Patty standing by with him in the back.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Robert Moreno. Robert, congratulations on your victory. This is the second win for you here at Get Down Promotions. The last one was a 9-second fight, right?
Yes, yeah.
So this one you defeated by an omoplata. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you got it right, exactly. Yeah, he wanted to take it to the ground. We at Tomaselli Academy, it's all jiu-jitsu mostly, so I felt super comfortable even when he was in a dominant position. I knew it was a matter of time. I wanted to strike a little bit longer, but it is what it is, and I'm happy to have won.
So are we going to see you back here at Get Down?
If I could get a rematch, I had a loss. I didn't listen to my coach. My fault, my mistake. If I could get that rematch, you most definitely will see me back here.
Hopefully we'll see you with that rematch.
Yes.
A little bit about, besides fighting, about yourself, you have your own business, right? It's a clothing line?
Roberto Vincenzo, I think the RV's here. Trill, streetwear clothing, upscale, street couture is what it is. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we wrap it up?
To Zuri Harris, the best strength and conditioning coach ever. I owe him so much. I can't thank him enough. And everybody at the Tomaselli Academy.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When we return, a battle at 170 pounds. Two talented fighters, Ahmad Mobrook and Ivan Lopez, battle for supremacy next on Get Down 8. Welcome back as we fight on here on Get Down 8. We take a look at the tail of the tape brought to you by Versa climber Ahmad Mobrook. No stranger to our Get Down MMA fans. Has had a lot of positive momentum going lately with 2 straight victories. On the other side of the cage, Ivan Lopez, much like Mobrook, has 3 wins under his belt. From San Clemente, California, he's an excellent submission grappler. He started out at a perfect 3-0. He lost his last 2 fights. Can he get back on track tonight inside the Get Down cage? Time to fight on here on Get Down 8. Battle in the 170-pound division. Ahmad Mobrook in red, taking on Ivan Lopez out of the blue corner. Mobrook comes out throwing kicks.
Mobrook 3-1. Lopez, 2012 Southern California amateur MMA champion, runner-up last year, looking to return to the championship this year.
Mobrook, we've seen how devastating he can be with strikes. Might have left himself open though when he went
He's
for
hurt,
that
Todd.
straight right. And look at this, Lopez just all over him like a shark smelling blood in the water. Can Mobrook weather the storm here?
Well, his equilibrium looked like it was thrown off there, Todd. If there's ever a chance to recover, it's here on the ground, but Lopez is relentless with these right hands.
Mobrook's got to hold on tight here, got to find a way to defend himself as Lopez continues to go to work up against the cage, just trying to strike at will here.
Well, you said it, Todd. Up against the cage, not a good spot for Ahmed right now. He's going to have to turn back into Lopez. I know it seems difficult, but he's got to turn into him, control that posture to prevent Lopez from raining down these huge right hands.
Lopez, like a surgeon, just taking him apart here and continues to strike. Uh-oh.
This might be it, Todd. I don't think Ahmed's ever recovered from the original blow.
Yeah, he was rocked for sure. Referee keeping a close eye on this one.
Too many unanswered shots. That's what it was. This fight's over, folks.
Impressive victory there by Lopez, who will improve to 4-2 with that one, avenging his previous loss. And you look at the look there on Mobrook's face, doesn't know what hit him. As we take a look now at our fight replay.
Yeah, just right hand after right hand, secured up against the cage. Ahmad had no defense for the onslaught of Ivan Lopez. And if you're the referee, how many shots are you going to let the fighter take before you stop the fight?
Well, especially at this level, fighter safety is so important. We'll be back with the official word right after this on Get Down 8. Welcome back. You see Ahmad Mobrook there. He had been coming off of 2 straight wins, but that train got derailed in a big way tonight by Ivan Lopez. Picks up an impressive TKO victory. Here to make it official, the voice of the Get Down cage, Angelo Trinidad.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official decision. 1 minute and 26 seconds in round number 1. Your winner via TKO, Ivan Lopez.
Lopez picks up the impressive victory. We've seen in the past just how good Ahmad Mobrook can be. We go back now and look at the action with our fight recap brought to you by Versa Climber.
It looks like the left grazed him and rocked him, and Ahmed just really couldn't get his balance here. Look at that equilibrium totally thrown off, almost dancing across the ring as he gets taken down, and then we saw the barrage of right hands from Ivan Lopez raining down on the head of Ahmad Mobrook. Just too many unanswered punches that led to the fight being stopped.
Yeah, when they were standing, he had Mobrook in the blender, just turning around, got him down, able to pound him out and finish Mobrook, somebody that, you know, has been on the other side of that equation in past fights. So great victory there by Lopez. He's standing by in the back. Here's Patty.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Ivan Lopez from Finish Strong MMA. Ivan, congratulations on your victory. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you. I feel great. I've never felt better. I let my hands go, and God gave me the win today.
It was definitely a fun fight to watch. You were dominated from the second you got in that ring. I know that you participated in the California State Amateur MMA Championships in Rec 7. Is that something that you're looking to pursue again?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Just going to get back in there, get even better, and just keep getting those wins. Hopefully get win a title.
So how was your experience here at Get Down?
It was awesome. I like all the fans. There's great promoters, and just the hype here is fun.
You think we'll see you back here?
Definitely.
Maybe a title fight for you?
I hope. that would be awesome.
Hey, well, congratulations, Ivan. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to or say hi to? Or
Hi, Mom. Yeah, I want to thank all my friends that came today, came out to support me. That's what that's what gave me all this hype. And so I want to thank my coaches, Adam Watts, Daniel Funaki. I want to thank some friends that I trained with, named Sammy and Frankie. Helped me out with some groundwork and stand up. And just want to thank all the fans and all my friends that came out to support me.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ivan. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Get Down 8, a huge rematch, a battle for pride between Joshua Jones and Christian the Beast Aguilera. They lock horns in our main event next. Welcome back to Get Down 8. It is main event time as we look at the tail of the tape brought to you by Fletcher Jones Motor Cars. Joshua Jones with a shot at redemption tonight. He disputed the stoppage in his first fight with his opponent Aguilera. He gets a chance to erase it tonight. On the flip side, the Beast returns one more time to take care of Jones once and for all. It's the rematch we never thought we'd see, and it's next. Main event time, and what a main event it is. Big time rematch from that controversial first fight between these two, in which Christian the Beast Aguilera turned the lights out on Joshua Jones, but he debates the stoppage of that fight.
Yeah, very controversial. You know, Joshua did not take liking to the fight being stopped. Many people thought it was a good call, but he's here back again tonight to prove it wrong. And you can tell his game plan here tonight is completely different, closing the distance, pressing Christian up against the cage.
And you can hear Mama Jones out there yelling instructions. And yeah, you can see the difference in strategy. Last time, Jones got blasted with that overhand right in finish, trying to keep his enemy close here. He's got the single leg, trying to secure the takedown, working feverishly for it as Aguilera defends.
Yeah, in the first fight, both guys were going through a feeling out process. None of that here today, as Christian just chucks Jones off him. But none of that here today, as Jones immediately threw one punch and closed the distance, does not want to stand and trade with the powerful Christian Aguilera.
Not giving up on this takedown as Aguilera momentarily able to spin off of the cage and tried to strike. Jones was able to avoid it. And a very different first round so far from what we saw last time.
This fight's already gone twice as long as the first one. I tell you what, I did not expect to see Christian the Beast Aguilera here again in this grudge match, as these two fighters do have a distaste for each other.
Yeah, credit the Beast for coming back in this non-title matchup, but this fight means a lot to him as well. You know, he doesn't want to live with controversy. If people said that the fight shouldn't have been stopped, what would have happened? We eliminate all those questions here tonight as these two go toe-to-toe. Let the best man win.
Here we go. This is where Christian's got to excel. This is danger for Joshua Jones. He's got to shoot in and close the distance.
And for Jones, how good would it feel for him as Aguilera on the road to going pro? If Jones could score a huge victory here tonight, that would do wonders for his great young MMA career as well.
Yeah, if you can beat a guy who's on the cusp of a pro MMA career, it probably means you're ready for the pros yourself.
If nothing else, it would certainly put him right into championship contention here on Get Down, as Jones sticks with his game plan now, and again, just bull rushes Aguilera up against the fence, has him tied up. But, you know, controlling the pace of the fight so far, but not really doing any damage, not getting anything out of it.
No, going to be a very, very tough, difficult round to score. No fighter really able to do any kind of damage. Yeah, Josh is trying to wrestle him up against the cage, but hasn't been able to lock up a successful takedown yet.
Tried to catch that kick and take him down. Tried to time it and change levels. Aguilera, we know what a devastating striker he is, just lightning fast. He can put you out. Tries to go upstairs with a big head kick as the first round comes to a close. And thus far, Joshua Jones hanging tough, sticking in there with the Beast. What'll happen next when we return for round two right after this? Welcome back, everyone, to Get Down 8 as this very intriguing main event rematch continues with the second round. In the first round, they often say sometimes the best offense is a good defense. That seemed to be the case for Joshua Jones.
Well, you definitely got to give kudos to Josh and his coaching staff for the improvements and the change in their game plan here in this rematch. It's going to be interesting to see how Christian now adjusts to Josh's game plan.
Both men standing here. This is the distance that Aguilera needs to unleash those strikes. But it's Joshua Jones with a blitzing offense of his own, but he got caught.
He caught him with the right behind the ear. But Josh hanging tougher this time. Ate that shot a lot better than their first fight. Now able to close the distance and try to work that takedown.
And I liked how Jones was able to blitz with some strikes of his own to close the distance to get Aguilera in this position. Now Aguilera countering back with some hammer fists of his own, trying to get back to his feet, trying to get some distance. Can he do it?
Now you got to question how much energy is Joshua Jones burning trying to get Christian Aguilera down, and if he can get him down, can he hold him down?
And Aguilera thus far certainly is winning the striking game. I thought he was going to pile drive him there.
I thought that was a power bomb attempt.
Tomato, but now Jones trying to get him down. And again, a lot of energy being used up out of that gas tank of Joshua Jones here, but he is tenacious. He is sticking with it.
Sticking with this game plan, I agree. This is the only way he can win this fight. He's not going to win a striking match.
Referee not seeing enough action up against the cage for his liking. Splits him up, and I got to think that is to the advantage of the Beast.
Josh is fading here, Todd. He looks extremely tired. That was a lazy spinning back fist.
Just trying to pull out all the stops. But yeah, you're right. Looked like it was underwater.
Big knee. Is that low or? From our angle, I could not see. Looked like it was a clean knee. Not sure what Josh is complaining about here.
I don't know. Might have caught him on the way up. Yeah, I mean, from our angle, to me, it looked like it caught him maybe in the solar plexus. But the referee now allowing him some time to recover.
Either way, a great move by Joshua Jones. He was fading, tired, got a little bit of a break there. Let's see if he's able to regroup here.
Yeah, Jones perhaps catching a little bit of a break in more ways than one, and now right back on the attack. But I don't know if you want to stand and bang with the Beast. That's like throwing rocks at a man with a machine gun. Got to be careful.
We've seen it time and time again. Devastating knockouts from Aguilera against Jones, and then last time out against Michael Santos Perez.
That being said, though, we've seen how effective Jones can be with the striking as well, but normally in a ground and pound scenario once he gets the man down. I don't know how crisp his striking is on his feet.
Yeah, the key for Josh is going to be getting the takedown. I don't think he's got the power now with the fatigue setting in to drop Christian Aguilera. He's going to have to secure a dominant grappling position.
And another wild looping punch attempt there by Jones. But I'll tell you what, 2 rounds down, and he's still alive. What's going to go on in our third and final round? Our main event rages on right after this on Get Down 8. Welcome back to Get Down 8. A lot of tension here, a lot of excitement in the Yost Theater for this huge rematch, and it is going to the third and final round. Thus far, the strategy of Joshua Jones has very much kept him in this fight, but not scoring a ton of points.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's fighting just to make it to the judges' scorecard or if he's actually attempting to win here.
And do you think at some point he pulls that trigger, tries to do something to finish? And can he? Oh, both man a little wobbly there.
I just don't think it's in his arsenal, Todd, for Joshua Jones to land a kick or a punch that's going to knock Christian Aguilera out. I think he's going to have to finally secure that takedown. Oh, and he eats a right hand. He's almost out.
Aguilera now the Beast on the hunt, just going to work on Jones. But Jones holding on for dear life. Fight has not been stopped yet. He absolutely got blasted. A little case of deja vu.
Well, I thought he was out there for a second, but the referee let him continue. Josh gets his wishes this time out.
Well, yeah, think about what happened last time. Not going to have a gripe this time as Aguilera continues to pound away. Wants to finish this. And if I'm not mistaken, it seems to me like there's some blood on the canvas here. And Jones might have been busted open.
He's busted wide open, Todd, right on the bridge of the nose. And quickly will look like a close, competitive grappling match has turned into a fight.
Aguilera can turn the tide of a fight just in an instant with those shots. It's always that overhand right and say goodnight, but this time, somehow, some way, Jones looks like he's going to weather the storm, at least for the moment.
Well, you got to give credit where credit is due. The jaw of Joshua Jones holding in tight here tonight.
Referee separates the fighters now. Looks like he's going to have, perhaps going to have the doctor take a look at that laceration.
Well, look at both guys exhausted. Joshua Jones, hands on the knees. Benefit for us is this rest might allow for both fighters to end with the flurry.
Oh yeah, I hope we see some fireworks inside the cage, but that is if the fight is even allowed to continue. Haven't got a real good look to see just how bad that cut is.
To me, it looks like it's on the nose, but again, Todd, very difficult to see from where we're standing. The doctor's going to let him continue.
All right. We wouldn't want it any other way. So much pride, so much heart being shown by Jones as well to survive and stay in this thing, but he could be in big-time trouble here. You know that Aguilera is going to be swinging for the fences.
Now, Christian definitely is going to be head-hunting, but kudos to Joshua Jones. This is the fight he wanted. He said the first fight was very flukish, maybe stopped too early, and he's putting on a competitive match.
Oh, he finds himself in an absolute war of attrition here. But you see the scars of battle etched on the face of Jones. Can he unleash some on his opponent, on the beast Aguilera, going for that single leg takedown again. Aguilera bracing himself up against the cage, trying to defend.
Aguilera got to do a better job of maybe circling off the cage, not letting Josh push him up against it. It's allowed Josh to stay competitive here. I think Christian's winning the fight, but again, if we go to the judges' scorecard, it's going to be very difficult to score this fight.
Yeah, certainly this round going to Aguilera, but how would they score those opening 2 rounds? Going to be very interesting if it goes the distance. A straight left there by Jones as he tries to strike as well. Aguilera looks like he's going to end up this fight on top. And he does. What a battle. These two warriors going all 3 rounds. Like you mentioned, a very interesting decision in the eyes of the judges here. We are going to see what's going to go down. The official decision right after this, the culmination of our main event, next on Get Down 8. All right, decision time as our main event went the distance. Take it away, Angelo Trinidad.
The official decision. Judges Derek Gard and Peter Polo scored the fight 30-27. Judge Don Howard scored 30-26. Your winner via unanimous decision, Christian the Beast Aguilera!
What a great battle. Christian the Beast Aguilera able to erase all doubt from their first battle, gets the big win tonight. But I'll tell you what, he had to earn it. As we take a look back now at our fight recap, brought to you by Fletcher Jones Motor Cars.
And you see Josh here pushing Christian up against the cage as he continue to just grind away, attempting takedowns. Almost made a huge uppercut right there, but up against the cage again, trying to implement that wrestling background into his game plan, close the distance, and avoid Aguilera's power.
Now the strategies seem to be working for Jones, as now we see the lift attempt there by Aguilera, and after that, Jones would try and secure the takedown, but he kept just smothering Aguilera up against the cage, this time able to finish the takedown.
That was probably the best takedown or closest thing to a takedown he had all fight. Christian used beautiful defense, and ultimately you see here landing the hammer fist and landing the strikes is what the difference was in this fight. We saw there the controversial knee that we think now maybe Josh used to get a little bit of a rest. And here in the 3rd round, I believe
take another look at that knee, and again, to me, it looks like it hits in the midsection. But you just don't know if it maybe glanced him on the way up as we take another look. I mean, it looks clean to me.
But I believe, Todd, correct me if I'm mistaken, amateur MMA, as we see Christian land a huge right hand that almost finished Josh. Another one, knees to the head are illegal in amateur MMA.
All right, could have been it out of that clinch, trying to go upstairs and questioning that. But then, lucky for Aguilera that he hit that big overhand right, because then it was his fight to win at that point. And it would have been very interesting had he not hit this flurry and dominated that last round. What would have happened on the judges' scorecards then?
Yeah, it could have really went either way. Up until that point, it was a stalemate, but that huge right hand that dropped Joshua Jones, you look at his face, a complete mess here towards the end of the fight.
Another entertaining night of action right here in Get Down, including dynamic knockouts, big shots, fights that went the distance. And how about that main event? How about the heart of Joshua Jones?
And Joshua Jones definitely impressed tonight, taking a step up, putting Christian Aguilera through the meat grinder. As we saw, affected Christian wasn't able to come out for the post-fight interview.
Yeah, and kudos to Christian the Beast Aguilera for coming right back here to Get Down MMA, settle the score with Joshua Jones, put on a great performance, gets the win, and yeah, he had to cut weight, took the fight on 2 days' notice, so he really does have the heart of the champion, and we wish the Beast the best in his professional career, but you never know. Maybe someday we'll see him right back here, and you got to join us live Saturday, August 24th, your next opportunity to see all the great action of Get Down MMA Live. Nothing like the atmosphere, the sights, the sounds, the action, and we'll see you right back here on LA56 for Get Down 9 when once again it's time to fight on.